The animals in Telos. In Telos, we have many species of animals we saved from extinction. When we knew our continent was going to be destroyed and we built our underground city to preserve our lives and all ancient records of our civilization, we also saved a few of every species of animal in existence at the time. In this regard, we can be compared to an earlier, but expanded version of the biblical story of Noah, who saved in his ark 2 members of every species prior to the sinking of Atlantis. Most of these are alive and in our care to this day, except for those that have chosen, as a species, to return to their place of origin. The demise of Lemuria came about 1,200 years prior to the sinking of Atlantis, and at that time many species of animals present prior to the destruction of our continent were already extinct from the surface. We say to you that animals embody again and again, just like you do. Their embodiments are always extensions of a much larger whole. All of us, including animals, are extensions of a vast being of light, so vast and so wondrous that you will stand in absolute amazement the day you open to the understanding of your true divinity. The concept of multidimensionality remains very difficult to fully comprehend within the limitations of a third-dimensional mind. God, in his beingness and true nature of love, is constantly creating and forever extending and expanding himself in a wider and wider spectrum and variety of manifestation. The animal kingdom is just one among many of these infinite expansions. All are part of God, dear ones, all. When you allow yourself to hurt one part of life, God, you are hurting the whole, including yourself. On the inner planes, all animals have great intelligence, and are not accurately represented in your current awareness. Some of them rule worlds and planets. Animals live in many dimensions. All animals have an oversoul or a higher self, as humans do, but it is of a slightly different nature. They are created as part of a kingdom that is not the same as your kingdom. Thus, they are also extensions of a much larger body of consciousness, another aspect of divinity. Consciousness extends itself from the highest levels of the Godhead to the lowest level of the first dimension of rocks and minerals. All are God in various expressions. The higher the dimension, the greater is the understanding of love and the more expanded is the awareness. Animals share your planet with you because, like you, they have chosen to come here to experience the third dimension. They have also come as helpers and teachers to assist mankind in ways you do not yet understand. Just because they chose to come in a body that differs from yours does not make them inferior to you. Even if they were, there is no moral or spiritual justification for the way many animals are presently treated on the Earth's surface. Their bodies are just an overtone lower than yours in third-dimensional expression. Understanding, you have allowed yourself to see many species of animals as commodities to be used for selfish means or profit. The golden rule needs to be applied for all sentient beings, not just for the human kingdom. In order to move forward on the platform of your own evolution, you must offer unconditional love in words, thoughts, feelings and deeds toward all life forms and all kingdoms living on this planet. This is the only way, because love is the main key. There is not an atom of creation that has not manifested through love. There is not an atom of creation that you can choose not to love, if you wish to move forward. In the spirit world, animals function at the 4th and 5th dimensional levels. They are all connected to a higher body of light. All humans are connected to their own higher selves, their God presence, existing in higher dimensions and living in each heart. The higher self of your being, your own God presence, is a glorious, intelligent, powerful being of unlimited perfection and splendor. Your third-dimensional life on Earth reflects only a small portion of the totality of your divinity. In creation and in the higher realms, there is no such thing as lesser, lower, better than or not so good as, etc. These are all labels of limited human awareness. All are equally loved and considered expressions of God in constant motion evolution. There is a difference between you and the animals, but it is not what you have been led to believe. My friends, in the subterranean cities, we have much respect for animals and we consider them as our younger brothers and sisters on the ladder of evolution. We treat animal life with the same consideration and love we would like to receive for ourselves. Let's say that in a human family, for example, there are 10 children. Would you say that the younger ones are inferior to the older ones just because they have less life experience, and do not yet know as much as the older ones? Would you say that the younger ones do not deserve to be treated with as much love and consideration because they were born later than the others, or that they can be abused just because they are not yet as developed as the older ones? I would think not. You know very well that in a few years they will catch up. So it is, my friends, with the animals. In the hierarchy or family of the body of the one God, the animals, who share our planet, are the younger members. It is my expectation that you will understand the point I am trying to make. Everything in creation has consciousness, from the greatest to the smallest. Ultimately, all are considered equal. As I mentioned before, we have in our care in Telos a large number of species of animals that have been extinct from Earth's surface for a very long time. Other civilizations who have been underground longer than we also hold in their care large numbers of animal species that have been extinct from the surface for even longer. We have many species of cats. Their sizes vary from 5 to 6 pounds to several hundred pounds. We have species of dogs and horses that are more evolved than the ones you know on the surface, and will bring you much delight when they are eventually allowed to emerge among you. Most of our animals are larger than the ones you now have. For example, many of the big cats are almost twice the size of the ones on the surface. Many horses are larger, but some have retained a size that you will really be able to enjoy. Our animals are very dear to us. Be assured that they will not be released into your hands until violence is totally eliminated from your world. All of our animals are gentle and have never been exposed to negativity or violence of any sort. Anyone can walk up to them in total safety and cuddle with them, including large cats that weigh several hundred pounds. None of our animals have any fear of humans, neither do they kill or eat each other. They are all vegetarians. Our animals have never been hunted or caged. They are allowed to live their full lifespan, which is much longer than surface animals. Be assured that we will not take the chance of releasing any of them into surface civilizations as long as there is the slightest possibility for them to be hurt or receive less love than they are accustomed to. We recognize the unique intelligence each species of animal arrives with, and we have no need ever for them to be submissive. They are docile and willing to please. Telepathic communication is all that is needed for us to have total cooperation from any animal. On behalf of all civilizations of the earth within, I say to you that it is with great joy and anticipation that we will watch all of you, our dear brothers and sisters, as you open your minds, hearts and souls to the animal kingdom, and begin changing the way you have perceived and treated them. We send you our love, our light and our friendship. We very much look forward to the time of our emergence to the surface, to be with you again, to shake your hands and to teach you what we have learned from living for thousands of years in the vibration of love, peace and brotherhood, free of war, control, greed, fear, manipulation and endless bureaucracy. Together, we will forge a very bright future for all citizens of the new earth. When we emerge from our subterranean abodes, through the maze of tunnels leading to every country and city on the planet, it will be a time of great rejoicing for all those who open their hearts and minds to receive us. We are your senior brothers and sisters and we love you all very dearly.